To visualize airflow in wind tunnels, engineers often inject a colored dye or smoke into the flow. In flow design, we use flow lines to do the same thing. Flow lines show the air movement throughout our virtual wind tunnel and tell a clear story about the flow patterns, wake formation, and circulation regions. To start, click the Flow Design icon from your desktop and select a sample model. To show flow lines, expand the Plane command and select Flow Lines. As we go through this video, please follow along in Flow Design. Feel free to pause the video at any time to practice the skill we're discussing. There are several styles of flow lines to choose from. As we discuss each type, go ahead and follow along on your model. Lines show discrete flow paths moving through the wind tunnel. Tubes are similar to lines, but are three-dimensional. Smoke shows the flow as a continuous medium. And particles behave like solid spheres carried along by the flow. It's a good idea to experiment with the different types to determine the one that works best for the flow around your model. To customize the appearance of flow lines, click Settings. Increase the count for a more detailed view of the flow. Decrease it for less detail. Decrease the speed to watch the flow evolve. Increase it to watch the flow really move. Change the size to modify the thickness or diameter of the flow line. Increase the length to track a particle globally through the wind tunnel. Decrease it to see local flow behavior. Go ahead and try it. Modify the settings for each flow line type to better understand the effects of each option. In 2D simulations, flow lines are drawn on the plane of the simulation. To move the plane, click and hold the drag handle and drag it to a new position. To reorient the plane, select from this command in the ribbon. Go ahead and try it. Note that when you move the plane, the simulation starts over. In 3D simulations, flow lines are displayed throughout the entire wind tunnel. This can be a pretty busy view, so to focus on a specific region, modify the seed box. Go ahead and try it. Switch to 3D and click Settings. Drag the seed box manipulators to focus flow lines on a part of the model. Here's a helpful hint. To improve clarity, reduce the count and the size of the flow lines. But what do the flow lines actually tell us about the flow? As the air approaches the model, we see that the flow splits above and below the vehicle, and the velocity drops at the impingement point. As the flow passes over the top of the hood, the pressure drops and the flow accelerates. At the corner between the hood and the windshield, the flow has separated away from the vehicle. As the flow approaches the roof line, it accelerates before attaching back to the roof. As the flow approaches the rear of the vehicle, it again detaches at the rear corner. We see a large region of flow circulation just downstream of the vehicle. This is the wake, and there's a strong flow circulation in this region. Further downstream, we see a repeating oscillatory circulation pattern. This is an example of vortex shedding and often occurs in the wake for high-speed turbulent flows. Flow lines give us a detailed view of how the air moves around the model. They reveal a wide range of flow patterns including separation, reattachment, and circulation.